All right, welcome to another episode from the Chart Readers. We are doing the weed sector technical analysis videos. This will be Tilray and ACB. Clearly, a lot of bad going on, a little avoidable in my opinion, but again, we'll get to the details shortly. First off, what are we going to do? Same thing we always do, right? We'll take a look at the daily and the weekly to see how things are setting up. We have our 5 moving averages, these horizontal support and resistance lines I do draw manually myself, and then when we're done up here, we'll use the MACD, RSI, and volume as our lower indicators. Hey, real quick, if you can please like and subscribe, it really helps with the YouTube algorithms. Otherwise, look, I sincerely appreciate your time. Thank you for being here, and let's get into it. So, look, the real story here is this horizontal cluster of moving averages. I talk about these often, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4 out of the 5 moving averages are literally a stone throw away and essentially going horizontal. I always say the way that these lines are spaced should go into how you decide which stock to buy. And I hate these clusters because look, anything can happen, you know? You can either violently get thrown up or violently get thrown down. And clearly, this is on the violently thrown down side, okay? It definitely tries to get to the top, right? It worked its way from the bottom to the middle, and then instead of going to the bottom, it actually goes up, right? Clearly, this first off, this first 100 break isn't fantastic, right? When I break a moving average, I like it to be like this, right? I want a good green candle up, not a red like that, right? So it did definitely get over, but look, if you watch my videos, we do not care about a single break. I need that second day confirmation. Clearly, it was horrible, and if I'm looking at it, yeah, I mean, it's actually completely on it. It's not over or above, but you can see Tilray closes at 320, and then the 8 is also at 320. So it goes from trying to confirm the 100 moving average break to gapping below the 50 and closing right on the 8. That is horrible to say the least. What else happens? You lose 50% of this one, right? I just keep half of the last big green one, right? It's a very easy request. I don't think I'm asking too much, right? So if you can't hold half, game over, right? So, and then look, from there, all that really happened was we just lose the rest of the lines. We get confirmation, and then horrible today. Obviously, there were some earnings today. I'll talk about CGC on another video, but look, I mean, it's this sector didn't do as well as a lot of others did in January. And now, as the markets are kind of fizzling out, I always say it. Look, stocks are only as good as the markets, right? And it seems like there might be a cool down on the majors, and that's gonna hurt this. But right now, all I'm seeing is look, the purple one's up here, right? So if I zoom out, you'll see we are actually under all 5. Those are some really ugly candles. RSI is ready to go even lower. MACD just came into the negative, and I see red over green, and nothing but selling, right? All that added up is just horrible, okay? And look, if you watch my videos, I'm a fan of this sector, okay? I lost some good money in the beginning, I made some good money in the middle, and I do make some good money when it does well, but it is definitely starting to get a little risky. And I'm going to go ahead and make some new lines because when I get to the weekly shortly, you'll see it. Tilray excuse me, is knocking on the door of all-time lows, okay? I mean, I'm pretty sure it's this one. I'll zoom out and see if it has to go any lower. That's the last green candle on the weekly, if I'm not mistaken. It is, because there's a wick there, and I don't care about wicks. 286, oh no, sorry, 269 is a critical number, okay? Let me just kind of zoom out. Look, I'll draw this one just to draw it as well. We'll actually put both. We'll put the weekly one and the daily one. If 269 loses, I do think 261 will lose real quick. But right now, it really seems like we're actually going to come to this line, and Tilray must bounce off this because I'm telling you, the last place you want your money is all-time lows. Like I call it a black hole. I'm telling you, all-time lows can just keep getting worse and worse. So make sure you have all eyes on these two lines. Do not lose either. For real, do not go into 260. That will be horrible, right? But hopefully one of these two will save it. Let me see what the weekly looks like. Man, this is a rough weekly because I'm seeing the RSI again want to come down. This went from really uptrendy to really flat. And now, I mean, it just, again, I'm kind of stealing cues from this. I'm seeing way more selling, right? It actually got a little better in that middle. But again, January did really well for almost every stock, right? And truth be told, it didn't do that well for these ones, right? So, yeah, I'm very worried that this is going to fall into all-time lows. And look, I'm not here to spread fear or gloom or doom, right? But yeah, we are way too close for my comfort. Look, I'll say this, if we can get over that purple one, right? If we can get over all five, clearly the story will be much different on Tilray. I will be wildly, wildly bullish at 362, right? Literally, just give me a penny over that thing. However, when you're in between or below, it is a horrible place for your money, okay? So just one last time, Tilly looking scary. My kitty's at the door. I gotta let her out. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Girls. Sorry about that. So Tilly, be careful here one last time. Let's move over to ACB. Oh man, look at that. A nearly I'm literally not even zooming out, right? That's Tilly. That's ACB, okay? Same basic, tried to go up, tried to get over the 100, definitely failed it poorly and miserably, right? So a lot to be worried about here. Again, I think I gotta look at the weekly, but I'm pretty sure that's knocking on all-time lows, right? It is. So again, look at all these lines up, right? I'm not going to delete them. I feel bad because obviously we hopefully will get there. But yeah, I'm drawing this line. If this thing goes lower than 84 cents, it will bring a lot of pain. And I'm telling you, when you go into all-time, back of my head, if a stock falls into all-time lows, I am not surprised to see 20% loss after the fall. So roughly speaking, calling this 90 cents, I see another 18 cents losing, right? I mean, give or take, right? Just rounding numbers, that you're almost at like that 65, 67 cent range, right? So that's my general fear with all-time lows. Again, I'm not here to scream gloom and doom. If you disagree with me too, throw it in the comments. I'm not here to pretend I'm perfect, but literally the exact same comments from Tilray are here, right? Under all of them, horrible confirmation, right? I mean, in some ways it's good confirmation because it confirms it correctly. It's just if you're a fan of this stock, that's horrible confirmation, right? Again, MACD is right at the 0, but I think I see red over green, right? No, they're both literally at 0 and 0. But yeah, it seems like green is ready to drop under. Green is already going under. So much selling. That's a scary daily chart. Again, the weekly chart, right? 2 weeks over the 8, it looked like it wanted to even make a run at the 20, which it hasn't done in forever, right? And I always say it. You do not want to be under the 8 and the 20 on the daily. You for sure don't want it to be under the weekly. You know what I mean? So it shouldn't be a lot of surprise. And I'll be honest, I generally hate on this stock. I'm trying to do my very best to be impartial. But yeah, ACB just I don't know why. It's always rubbed me the wrong way. So I swear that's the only couple seconds of bias I will drop. But at the minimum, and again, I'm sad that it looks bad, but the fact that it kind of looks like Tilray really magnifies my opinion about both, right? I like doing these sector reviews because it's important to see what others are doing, not just the one that you're in. And when they all kind of say the same thing, I mean, how can you believe anything else, right? So these two critical stocks are knocking on the door of all-time lows. Obviously, there's a couple more weed sector videos I'll be making, but I'm really expecting poor things coming off the other ones. And you know, this is an easy sector to trade with your heart. I sincerely believed I was going to become a millionaire back in 2014, 2015, buying all these weed stocks, right? So like, I get it, but sometimes you just got to take the emotion out and just let the lines tell you, right? That's what's changed my game. So Hey, I sincerely appreciate your time. If you disagree with anything, again, throw it in the comments. I'm not here to pretend I'm perfect or all knowing, right? So I'm happy to be wrong, and you'd let me know why. So other than that, appreciate your time, and I'll be making more videos soon.